looks nice. You can go stand up. A joke.
Well, I should. I have to thank Cynthia's, from Cynthia's Hair and More in Balmoral Avenue. Trust me,
Is she good?
And not only, she accommodated me.
Yeah.
Which is not very...
Not very often. Well, Charmaine, my person is like that, so I have to pick up Charmaine too.
True.
So what's been going on? I haven't been here. What's the...
Well, there's this thing, couple weeks and continuing. Behind every successful gunman, there is a woman. You know, when you say that story, it sounds bad. It's actually good and bad. Sometimes it's really not the woman's choice.
Okay.
Especially when they're like from the inner city or some part of the country where, you know, you have a bad man ruling the area.
You're right.
They have to, don't want to, and sometimes for their own security,
they have to. Right, because their family is threatened.
Sometimes they're forced into it.
Is their family, yeah. I guess that.
So.
Yeah, I have heard situations where young women are sent for by quote-unquote gunmen because their families are threatened. And a lot of the girls are probably used as sex slaves and for their own security. It's a vicious cycle in the inner city.
Yeah, and I mean, we could sit here and speak whatever.
Yeah.
We don't understand.
No.
But today I have two very interesting women from the inner city who have actually had these experiences.
Okay.
So they'll teach us more.
Okay.
And I hope Jamaica will understand a little more. We'll get the door for you.
Thank you very much.
I'm in a good mood because of the hair.
Your hair looks really nice. Where do you want to sit?
I'll sit here.
Okay. No, can I sit?
Yes.
Hello.
Hi, come on in.
Welcome to Our Voices. Hi, come on in. Come and have a seat. Can you get through? There you go. Welcome to Our Voices.
Well, welcome. Welcome. I was telling Lisa about your situation because as I spoke with her before.
Okay.
We just want to hear your story because sometimes you're being blamed to...
for the reasons why gunmen are so successful in Jamaica.
Yes. My baby father for 12 years, and I know he was a gunman. And I know he used to kill people, but I could not talk. The first time I talked, I heard of it and I talked. Him started to cut me up.
Why?
Beat me up. Because I said to him that I heard that I kill people. Him said I'm an informer, and his policeman want to bring on him to send him to prison. And then about a week after again, I see him come in, blood on his shirt. And I started to look at him some way, and him start beat me up again, kick out all my teeth, and say that I am an informer, and I'm not to say anything at all to him about that. And then I see him come back one day in the bathroom, start vomit, and I couldn't say nothing about it. After just watch him vomiting, because I know that he used to kill people, but I can't say anything to him. Because when he cut me up, he said if I go to the station, him go and gas me and my family, him house on fire. I tried to go to even the country to walk him out, and I couldn't, because I was there same way. So I have to just live with it until him died.
He always started out, when you met him, was he a gunman at the time?
Well, I was a gunman, but I didn't know. I didn't know. It's after I find out that he is a gunman.
By what? You know, people told you story, you saw things?
Well, people told me the story, and I saw a man lie on the ground that him killed. And people tell me that it's him do it. But I couldn't say anything to him about it. Because him threatened me, after him cut me up like this about the same thing, him threatened me and so on. So I just watch him doing him thing and can't say anything about it.
And you have children for him?
Yes, I have 4 children for him.
What kind of a gunman was he? Was he someone who was paid to kill people, or did he rob and then kill people?
He robbed people, because sometimes I see him coming with all money. What I don't know, him didn't have any money today, and by tonight, him have a lot of money. And I don't know where him get the money, and I know that he's rob and kill people for it. But I couldn't say anything to him about it.
So, go ahead, Connie.
Where you live, people would respect you or look down at you?
Well, they used to respect me, but from them find out that my baby father was a gunman and him kill people, kill all them own family. Them don't respect me anymore. Them don't talk to me. Them underrate me.
You were telling me once about some case of rape?
Yes. I live into a tenant yard. And one night I go to my bed and I heard this girl in the yard bawling for rape, rape, rape. And at the time when the girl crying for rape, him wasn't inside with me. And it's me and him live. And when after the rape finish, him come in, well sweat up and so on. And I know that him into the rape. And I said to him, I said, I heard that you're in Sharon rape, you know. It's them time them thump out my teeth. After him cut me up for the man that him kill into the gully. Cause I know that him kill the man in the gully. And when I said to him, he said I'm an informer and him started to cut me up all over my body.
All those cuts on you
all these cuts
were stabs? Oh,
yes,
no.
him do all of it.
And you
I
couldn't
have
go
all
to
a
the
stab here that him give me the eye spray.
You couldn't go to the police because you were afraid of your life?
No, he said he must go and burn down me and my family, them house.
But how, there must have been some, you must have been going through a hard time because he used to rob and kill people to feed you and your children.
Well, I don't know where the money coming from until after I find out that is that, but I did have to take the money because I have nowhere else out. I have to take the money because I have the children to feed, to send to school, and I didn't have anywhere else out and I couldn't talk to anybody else. Sometimes him lock me up in the house for all weeks. I can't go anywhere. Him give me chimney to use, him give me wash pan with water to bathe.
Because him don't want you associating with the people so they will hear his view or your view?
Yeah, and if I even him see me in the yard, if him come in and him see me talking to anybody into the yard, get up and come now, I want you, no, because him guilty of many things. And him feel like it's it me and them sit down and talking about.
I'm planning how to get out
of it.
How did he die?
Well, I was into the yard one day, one early morning, that time I just have the fourth child for him. I hear some shots started to fire near beside where I live. And because I didn't see him the night, none at all. And when the shot them started to fire and I dead here, I just feel the vibes and said to myself, so Lord, I wonder if I P White that, because I saw him name. Same time I see a girl come and say, Joan, so them kill P White, now the girl, a bigger food kill him. Him just kill a man. A man did have a lumber shop right at Rosetown there, because Trenchtown I live. And the man named Mr. 17. I know the man used to feed all of them. And him kill the man and take away the man gun. And trying to escape. And the police then back him up into the gully and Harris Street in Rosetown and them kill him.
Okay, so were you happy that he died?
Well, I'm not telling any lie. I was happy into a way because I said that I get rid of the stumbling block. Because it was a stumbling block. He was a stumbling block.
Because you couldn't work, you couldn't do nothing.
I couldn't do nothing, and then I just give up my life to Christ.
Oh, really?
After he died, I just turned a Christian.
How do you support yourself and your family now?
Well, sometimes, you know, I go into the Star already, you know, and tell them, I don't know if you see it in the Star. In last year, September, is me the dead here with 2 children. Mother seeking help for children's future. I went in the Star and people like give me clothes to send them to school and so on, but we are suffering because these type of days we have no food to eat, nothing.
And is this a case, especially from what he did, and know that he left you, and all these things that he did is now coming on to you?
Yeah, like it's a reaction.
And no, and like in the terms, like, you know, did you, people wouldn't help you because
No, when I go to people and beg like a food or so, them say that my baby father was a murderer and kill all the people family. Well,
so
all I will live in one, yeah, they have me because you have a little boy right now when him see my daughter. Him says, your father killed my father, you know. I remember me I got kill back one I know. She tell me that, but it's this little picnic them. But their parents tell them.
I mean, at this point in your life, now that you're a Christian, and the same things are happening in the inner city from way back in the 80s, and it's happening in the 90s, what would you like to see happen to change the situations of the gunmen and to change the situations like yourself, where you can do something meaningful to send your children to school?
And especially like, oh, you have children coming up.
And you're afraid for their lives.
Yeah, how you have daughters?
Yeah, I have daughters. I have 5 girls and 1 boy.
Okay.
Wow. But what would you also like to say to, for instance, that little boy who is threatening your daughter.
And this is a future gunman, you know, not saying him, but this is sometimes where it starts.
Well, that little boy is a baby.
But that's where it starts.
He's a baby, but like it's just him family them like look at him then and say, Tony, is the little girl father that kill your father.
So what would you say to him, you know, like, or whoever else who has that thinking?
Well, when the little girl come and say it to me, I tell her that whenever time him say it to her, she must ever tell him that she don't know anything about that and nothing don't go like that.
So the people who are out there, you know, who you went through it and you wouldn't like this for anyone else?
No, I wouldn't like this for anyone else, no.
So would you say to the women, you know, don't harbor these men, get some help, what?
Yeah, I would say that to her. Get some help. Don't really let those men come up and the little boy come up to be like what him was or so on.
Okay. On that note, we're going to take a break from Our Voices. We're talking about women and gunmen in the inner city. Stay with us. We'll be right back. But sometimes it must be difficult as well because sometimes you're... Hi, welcome back to Our Voices. We're talking about the inner city and gunmen and women who are forced to be with some of these gunmen. And we have with us Joan Fagan, who is a reformed, who is now a Christian, but was living with a gunman for many, many years. We were asking you before to give a message. You want to tell us a little bit more about your thoughts?
All right. Me and my 6 children, them live into one room, and it's just a little room. And I have a 1 bed in there. And the 1 bed that I have in there, only 3 of us can hold on the bed. So me as the mother now, I just put 4 of them on the bed, and me and the next 2 is on the floor. So what we are saying about this now, you know, we need more room, more houses, more work, that we can build a better foundation, that you and your family them can live a better life. Because in the community, we have no better life in the community.
There is no jobs.
No jobs, nothing. To the day you go into the community, everybody, man is on wall, woman is on wall, you know, because we don't have a job.
And it forces crime.
And it forces crime because I have 3 children going to high school and them don't go to school this morning.
Oh, Lord. At the door. Since a day off. In terms of trying to help, we'll see what can be done. But, hi.
Good to see you. Come on in, please.
You can sit over there. Hi.
Can I get anybody anything to drink?
You can go over a little bit and put him there. Right. Right.
May I offer anyone something to
Renita
drink?
will come.
Yes, Anna.
Water, thank you.
Sure.
Ice,
Water.
please.
Water? Great.
No ice, please.
Okay.
No ice.
Here, Miss Anna K.
And
Montague.
she couldn't take care of that child anyway. No, she's sickly. She has full-blown sickle cell. She, the mother, has
Okay,
sickle cell.
Missy. Here's your water, Pastor.
We were getting acquainted. Leave me
I
alone.
know. I was listening.
All right, well, thanks for coming. And Anna Kay, thanks for coming. I also met with Anna Kay. She has a very interesting story.
Okay.
Yes, because mine is more different from hers, although I should be in that position, but
Yeah. Well,
I
we still
didn't
hear
get
from
any Bruce.
and Pastor
Weller.
Weller. Okay. Who is I don't want to say. Why don't you tell us who you are? You're reformed.
Well, I was a gunman once. I got saved in General Penitentiary. 19 years now.
Oh, thank God.
So I've been serving the Lord ever since.
Congratulations.
Good.
When you said you were a gunman, you was a gunman.
Yes.
Define that, because people might think, oh, you had a gun.
Okay. When I said I was a gunman, in that I got involved with the wrong company. In terms of I was born and grew in South Central Kingston. That's down by Fleet Street where I was brought up. I was brought up without a father. The second of 3 for my mother. And poverty plays a stronger role then in my life. And I dropped out of school and got involved with the wrong company, boys that we grew up together. And some of them, they were like my senior. And I started to carry gun for them because the very yard that I was living it has a shop, a whole abandoned shop in the front. And that's where the men used to clean their gun, assemble and disassemble their guns. And, you know, as a young boy, you're looking in, then you're about 11 years plus. You're looking in on them until they begin to rope you in and begin to teach you the rope as how to clean the gun, oil the gun, assemble and disassemble the gun. And from there, my life just got really out of hand.
And a gun that's never been used is of no good. Because I know I've heard stories, Lisa, that you need to do something to get stripes.
Yes, you gotta do that, because you see, there's a mentality in the inner city, is that, you know, once you want to be recognized, right, you gotta do things other than the ordinary.
Like killing someone.
Like you gotta kill persons, which thank God I have never.
Okay.
I've never done that. You know? Never kill anyone.
Sorry.
But of course I have wounded persons and robbed from persons and things. So, you know, that was the norm of the ghetto. Is that, you know, you don't want to be pushed around, then you got to earn yourself some stripes.
Okay, so
were you in company where you saw one of your counterparts or friends kill somebody in front of you?
No,
Okay.
I've never. The closest I have come to that is that they had killed one of our friends at a dance one night, and, you know, we thought that, you know, we were going to retaliate. And the night, about 4 of us, the guys had us to pass on a road because they went to dance. And when they go and dance, they walk like in groups, in a clique. And because then you didn't have much traffic, much motor vehicular traffic. And, you know, they had to pass there. And, you know, we were like bleaching, we call it bleaching on them one night with, you know, those sud-seal box, the boxes that soap powder used to come in. And we had those sud-seal boxes placed there with 9mm on a rubbish heap in front of us. So nobody would recognize, you know, because a rubbish heap.
Yeah.
And you see boxes on the rubbish heap and rubbish all over it. So that was the closest we came, you know, in terms of like I committing murder. And, you know, while I was there, you know, I just felt that, you know, this man was a murderer.
Why were you in general penitentiary? What did you do to get convicted?
I was charged for a 9mm, robbery with aggravation, shooting with intent.
How long were you in there for?
I spent 1 day less 9 months,
Okay.
remand in custody.
what did you get from that? Because I've heard people said the prison system actually make you worse.
Well, in all honesty, prison does not rehabilitate anybody. I can tell you from personal experience. Because while I was there, you know, what it does for me is that it allowed me to get more bitter. You know, had it not been that I got a divine visitation from the Lord, because my call was a special call. Okay. Like I saw 2 men die there, right in my very eyes.
In prison?
Right. No, D North General Penitentiary.
Died sick and
no, they were stabbed to death.
by each other?
By other inmates. Men just gang up on them because in there, you know, you have like the same turf war. You have turf war because you have man from South, man from Concrete Jungle, man from here, Tivoli, and, you know, every man have his turf. So you have turf war in there.
And in the prison, everybody's one.
Everybody is one.
Okay.
You know, and then you say, the system runs there is that no man, every man want to be a man, so to speak. And when I say be a man, is that if you and a man ever have a confrontation, you ain't going to the water. You said, all right, let's deal with it.
Okay.
Let's prove which of us are really, you know, which of us tougher than the other. And I have seen 2, I mean, stabbed to death. One of them, he was, like, he got about 8 stab in his back. I mean, I saw the man just, and blood just spraying, and it came and dropped right at our cell door.
And didn't they want to know who did this?
Yeah, but you see, the thing is, when it happened, you know, is that they had to send off the arch in the prison.
Okay.
So when they send off the arch in the prison now, you know, you got to run to your cell, and then they want to know who do it, and because that is prison. Nobody say anything. Right. Nobody see. Yeah. See no evil, speak no evil, hear no evil.
So the same thing that happens in the inner city.
The same thing that happens in the inner
city. It happens in the prison as well, so it's a vicious cycle.
It is a cycle.
All right, hold that thought.
No, so you really can't go to prison thinking you're covered.
You're not secure.
No.
Yeah, because it is, you're leaving the streets and you're going back in the streets in a different form.
A different setting.
Well, this is what I want to hear from Anarchy now.
Can I say this one thing? is that when they receive you in prison, they receive bodies. As soon as the Black Maria come up there, how many bodies? So that is to say to you that you have no guarantee
To come out.
that you're getting out alive.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Anna Kay?
Annika, you've heard this pastor's
She
story.
has one.
And you have a story too.
Yes, I have a story, and my story is this. I'm living, I'm born and grew in the ghetto, in inner city area where I'm living, and to tell you the truth, my children and father, I didn't know him was a gunman. I don't remember what year, and so I get to meet him. Michael Malley come in, because I'm living in Annatown, he went in Annatown, and I went up there the day, that day I was going to get raped. This guy, I don't know where he is now. He run away. And I didn't know it was my dear father why he run away, and until today him don't come back.
Okay.
Anyhow, this guy wanted to rape me, but he couldn't rape me the day. Me and him have one hell. He might break my nose from that time. My dear father, his son now me and him get friendship.
Okay.
But he wasn't like, he's just like an ordinary little, what do I call it now? I was them type girl who love to dress up, yeah, but him never used to dress. Him just walk barefoot with a cut off pants, and him don't have on no pants, but him look good. Let me tell you, him looking good, but me never know him was that type. And me tell him, me like him too, because him have body, and then show me the slim man, you know,
Hot.
real, yeah, me like him, but it's like people start driving from me now. So me, that girl when me living in my ghetto, everybody love me. It's like a role model, like we love to dress, you know, and wear spiky and so.
Okay.
People start coming from me now. People started to and tell my mother, my mother can't agree. And me I say, Lord God, what is now?
Because of him?
Yes, me no know nothing, you know. Me never know say my killer, you know.
So nobody came and told you?
Nobody never tell me nothing.
Because they were afraid of him?
Yeah. And you know, when it started, like when me get to find out now, me want to come out. Me can't come out.
How did you find out that he was a gunman?
I was along with this guy from jungle, and this guy ride on his bike, and he come and he check me at my house. But where I was standing, where I'm living, that guy, that my baby father is like he was stalking me, but I didn't know anything what I do, he know. And one day, me and the guy stand up at the gate. It was a rainy day. I'm going to hear when I shot fire, you know, between me and the guy on the bike. And a shot come from up the road and it come between us. And I say, the guy said to me, but Anna, what is this? And I said, but look, all the years me live here, son, nobody never try to do this. Anyhow, me never try.
Figure it out.
Yes,
yeah.
but the guy up on the bike started to tell me what happened. And it's like the same guy know who's my baby father. It's him now fire the shot off for us, you know. I know me never shot, you know. He must scare the guy. So the guy must leave me now because it's me want now for myself.
Oh, this was before he's your baby father?
That is the before me and him start go to bed also, you know.
Okay.
But really for fact, me used to take away him things. Me used to take him money, and me used to make him buy the prettiest panty them for me, and I know he might take them off, you know. But me never know. No, look here, serious thing, you know. Me never know say about them type because he no look it, you know, Lisa, Anna. Him don't look it. Me just think I want little boopsy, you know, and me. It's like me go in there and get myself clap and couldn't move. So when me say me want to come out,
You couldn't move.
I get some beating. See, me can't say no. If you give me a paper for read, me have to do like this.
He mash up your eyes.
The man hold me one day because me want to get rid of him and think, say, I know me still don't know about the man until today. Me don't know about the man. Believe me. Sometimes I have to say, Jesus, this man really was the friend with me, can't believe.
I remember you were telling me something about what he did, and you said he only confessed to you when he was on the last days.
Yes. Yeah. Like
Things what he did, like that thing you were telling me about the ganja.
Yes. When him run, we know one of the last time I got almost dead because me know him got dead, you know. Him come to me and him said to me, say, boy, Anna, enough things me do, you know. I'm not afraid of dead, you know. And I know me I got dead one day, you know. And I said to him, say, boy, I can't take this, you know. And he must say, yeah, man, you have to go take it because But me nah left and the penny them still, you know, Anna. Me nah left for you know, but me I got dead. And him said to me, say,
Hold on, what that mean? Him checking on with you?
no, it's like in me, like when him dead, you know, like
he'll
the
be with
spirit.
you. Okay,
Yes, so
okay.
that they run we still. Me don't know where him get that from. Well, him say him nah leave us. Well, me start go on my bed now and me start dream. Each time I start dream, me and the two little girl them I go funeral with 2 wreath. Each time, you know, I start to dream. When it's like about 2 years now, him I go dead now. We run away. When him run, you know, this boy always a take me with him, you know. You know, try to make me stay in my yard, you know. Him take me and the baby. Some place where we go sleep, sometimes I look at my foot them. I don't know my skin them come back so good, you know. You know, because no laugh. You see, when you look at some place places where we sleep, because it's not even the police, that man will tell me, say, me no fight police and me no fight soldier. Me want to live little longer. That's what him tell me. Him no fight them. Him always want to fight the next man. Him say, want to know which one them bother. I say, all right. We their country now, run we go our country. I tell me with him. We're going to do some weed transaction now, because one thing with him, you know, him always do him little business and him banking money every Monday. He go a bank, NCB up a crossroad, up a half a tree. And him said to me, say, Anna, boy, you carry up some weed for me, but it's me always bring the weed with the baby thing and we bring
So
it
the
up.
police wouldn't psych you out?
Yeah, them not go through what baby me have and thing, you know. Anyhow, when me dey home now, me come, I'm in town and I issue out the weed, collect the money now for go back down tomorrow morning about 5 o'clock. There my house, me hear one time, and news flash come on and a man dead down a town. Man come a town and do a thing. When me really realize say him weak.
What did he do? Do what thing?
He killed the
Come
guy.
down, come a town. You see when him send me come up with the baby.
And the
He
weed.
came back to kill
It's
somebody?
like say when me, it's like the man as me put my foot on the van, so the man just put on him clothes and take a next van behind me and reach town and deal with him case.
Because he was like a hitman, right?
It seems so.
Okay.
It seems like he was, but that person who he get rid of, that person who get him in trouble, that's him have to run away and get him with a gunshot and so, you know, make him have to leave. You understand me?
Oh, okay, so him come back to kill him.
Yes. But the time them say that is like, me I tell you the truth, him never really make me know when him kill nobody. Me never see him do it yet. You understand me? Me I tell you the truth. Me not tell no lie for him and me not pick up for him. Me never see him kill nobody yet.
Annika, Joan was saying that her baby father used to come in and vomit and she sees the
No.
blood on him. You never saw any of that?
No.
He would clean it up somewhere else.
I don't know. I always try to remember. I don't know. But sometimes when I look 3 o'clock at night time, when me go so, me no see him. Me no feel my baby father, you know.
You only hear things was done the next day.
Yeah, because one of the time an incident took place down on my road and them say him and in the wish way me and him in a bed. So me say then how comes your name call him say Anna, no, so it go. Me I tell you how this go, Anna. Sometimes man have to take blame for some man. And me say then oh God you could go to jail for this and him say well if them call me name and I forgot to go jail, me just have to go jail. You understand?
All right. On that note, we're going to take a break. Blood on your hands, women who live with gunmen, and of course the pastor who had his own experience. We'll be right back.
Yeah. So go ahead.
Welcome back to Our Voices, and we're speaking with some young ladies who have had their own experience, blood on your hands. Anna, you were telling us when we went to
Yes,
celebrate.
one after time, you know. It's like when me want to get rid of him, me want to leave him now. But me never know say him was that. The man is like each time me I get for ear and understand about the man is like the level I go higher. You understand what I mean?
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
And it's me want to get rid of him now. Me have the kids them and thing. Mother have the big one, the small one, me not leave she.
Okay.
Run away with her one day. Run and go to my sister yard. Me and my mother come. Ah Jesus. Him beat the dog. Him beat my cousin with a pot cover. Because he want me, he can't find me. The man dosed the place with gas oil. Said, them have to find me.
Oh, I'm going to burn on the
Let's him go
place.
and burn on the house.
With them inside.
That even relieve them, even in the yes or no. Him just want me to get back to him. You understand me?
And when you heard this, you definitely had to come
Me
back.
have to come back. I have to come back. I couldn't leave.
And what happened when you come back? Because why did you leave him, not wondering why you left and stuff like that?
It's like not really like what you hear. What your name said, that infant. My dear father never dream of thinking of me doing that. Because really, for a fact, I don't never see him normally doing like what she.
Yeah.
You understand me? It's like when him come around me, him always be a clean person. You understand
So
me?
what was your reason for leaving him?
The abusing and my friends, them just leave me. My good friends, them just leave me because I'm afraid.
Because he'd fight your friends too, right?
Him fight me in front of them, like me and them would up on the corner, and where I would stand up there. Him all come. You're not ready for go down yet. I'm not ready yet. One night, we stand up at the corner, and with the key, his key in my hand, and the man just come around and give me a gladiator.
What is
What is that?
That's a box, man. No, I'm not ashamed for talking. Me no business about them girls, you know. Them can't sit down and listen to what me I tell them, you know. Cause nobody not get me back in this, you know.
Yeah, because you said when he died, how long ago he died?
11 years now.
And you said you couldn't even date anybody.
Do which part of 3 years it take me for one man come round me, you know. The way me can't believe it really happened. You understand me? Because really for a fact, just my friends them I lose. And respect. You understand what I mean? You see when him dead, I know me I look back and I said, me say everybody does start come back. You know? Oh.
Welcome. I am good.
Yes.
Wait till we.
There you
Well,
go.
you know, Mr.
SSP,
Adams need
man.
no SSP.
Yeah, thank
Renito
you.
Adams need no introduction. We all know him. Welcome.
Hi,
Thank
hello.
you. Well, these
Bye.
two young ladies and this gentleman who was a former gunman, now turned priest, she has been in a relationship. Pastor. She's been in a relationship for over 16 years, has 6 children, and was abused by a gunman. Annake's also been in a relationship, never knew what she was in till after he died. And these are situations that we face as women in our community. We might not be from them, but we can understand. Annake had was telling us the final part of her story.
Yes, what we was talking about when he come and he asked for me,
Yeah.
and he said that he was going to burn down the house. You better joke than that. Hear him tell me one day, you know, him said to me, say, you know what, you see you see if you ever go on like say you want left me, and in which way me never did have that intention. You understand? Because I kind of get to understand him now, you know. I kind of get I'm afraid I'm for real, for true. If you ever left me, so you know what I do? I just kill you, see, and bury you and go your yard. But ask your parents them for you know. You see if them can't tell me what you did, you see from this up. And that's when I start have the man serious.
So hold on, he's going to kill you, and if
Alright.
they can't tell him where you are, then we're
Yeah.
going to kill them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Him sick, don't it?
Yeah.
He was sick.
Yeah, him sick.
You said his friend called him out?
Maniac.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sometimes, like, when the police go in the community and kills one of these so-called gunmen, you know, you see the response of the people, Lord, him never do. Is that always so?
Sometimes, you know, telling the truth, sometimes you have some man innocent too, you know. You have man that innocent sometimes, where police kill him and him don't know nothing about it. Because right now you have man there like prison serve life for what them don't know about.
As she said before, somebody has to take the blame. And
Yes,
you have
that's what
people
he
who-
told me, yeah.
That's true.
And what about sometimes when the people really don't want this man there, but the police kill him?
Yeah,
and
well,
still,
barling. Them go crying because him gone, them glad to see him gone, but them can't do any better, them have to cry.
why?
Because if them don't cry, have him another friend them come run and inform or not. You understand?
Okay, so your life is at
you
risk.
You can't smile.
Mr. Adams,
Yeah.
relate to this, because what we're seeing here is that people in the ghetto has no safety. Yes, they date a gunman because they're looking security from other gunmen.
Yeah.
If they don't cooperate with these people, then they're also at risk. Where does this stop?
Yeah, it's quite interesting having heard them. But it's perfectly true what they have said. They have been forced into relationships. They have been forced to cooperate with some of these gunmen and so on. But I want to make it abundantly clear that, you know, Jamaican women especially are some of the most beautiful, most law-abiding personalities that you have.
Thank you.
But from time to time, you know, circumstances lead them into forming, certain relationships. Probably most times inconsistent with what is required by law. You find that the women assist the gunmen. And by that I mean mothers, girlfriends, wives, sisters, aunts, and sometimes women who don't necessarily have any intimate relationship or anything like that. They use them to gather intelligence. You'd be surprised to know that from the police. Okay. They chalk up social and sometimes intimate relationships with the police to get information to take back to the gunmen. They manage their finances, like going to the bank to have the money bank, cellular phones, going to the company to take out cellular phones in their name to facilitate the gunmen. They carry the gun, they go and buy the ammunition, everything like that. And some of them do it voluntarily, some do it involuntarily, some are put under duress and stress and fear. And they do this. But we have found out, maybe not recently, but over a long time now, that women are now generally involving themselves in criminal activities.
Like what?
Well, if a bank were to be robbed, or they were planning to have a bank robbed, the women will go in every day to get all the information what is happening there. When will
the
time when the shift will be changed, when the security is not there, sometime when the robbery is being done. They are also inside the bank, speaking on cellular phones with the accomplices outside and so on, trying to protect, trying to mislead, give bad information that the men went right when they actually went left. They were in a car, a green car, when in truth and in fact they were in a blue car or a white car. And they have been, it's very complex.
Sometimes it's forced to, especially when you live into a garrison community. Because sometimes maybe if you don't do the things you have to leave out of the house where you live in. And maybe go up on the road. Sometimes it's forced, you have to force for do it.
Yeah, that's true.
You want to live into the place because you don't have anywhere else to live, you have to do it.
That's
Go ahead.
What Senior Soup have been saying, those who are like from it, I know a whole lot about these things. As he said, some are voluntarily, some are involuntarily. But what I realize happening is that most of these girls, you see, they just want the quick money also. They want this lavish hairstyle and all of those, and some of them, they are not willing to work.
Right.
Because personally speaking, I was in the system, so I know what it is. Some of them is the joy to take your gun. Okay. It's the joy to walk with your gun.
And they're being paid for this service.
Well, of course, when they paid, not directly, but I mean, whatever spoils come in, they know that they can get a lot of spoils. So it's not, and I firmly believe that most of them, 80% of them, they voluntarily do it.
Right, because of choice, finance,
yes,
needs, protection.
Right.
Because as they both explained, when they both carry the gun and the man know that no other man can trouble her,
right,
she's going to want to take the gun. Because she lives in a community that if I feel as a gunman that I want to sleep with her, it's okay.
Yes.
And these are what these women had said.
But the other point comes in though, because if it is that you're having young girls doing this, at what point does it become psychologically hazardous to that young girl growing up in a system? Because sometimes I don't believe that they voluntarily want to do it.
No, but
some of them
man threaten them, so them are going to rape them, them are going to do it. Because
So
I live in the community, the garrison community for 38 years. I know many of these things.
Yes, that is, and what you're saying, but you have some of them who
want the hairstyle.
Yes.
Yeah, we just want.
We're going to take a break
and
and come back to this interesting discussion. We're talking about women and gunmen and how the vicious cycle takes place in the inner city. Stay with us.
Let's look at this also. What I know that you see is that
Welcome back to our voices. And we have Renita Adams,
that's the winner.
right? And Anna Kay and Joan. Blood on your hands. You were saying something very interesting a while ago.
Yes, that there are times when like gunmen have gone on the base and they would use like the ladies so that when police coming in, the ladies would always be ahead in shouting, them are come. So man know exactly that police are coming.
So hide the guns.
So they hide the guns, and the very women will also, some of them will also take the guns. Right, it's a pleasure for them to take the guns, carry the guns for you.
What I was saying about that part, sometimes me the hear so, and me say the police are come and you the hear so. And me no say nothing to you. It go bad on my side when the police come and hold you.
Oh, you know if you have a gun.
Me can't know if you have a gun. And when we know, even if you don't have a gun and the police come and the police start search you up, hold you, throw in the jeep. Man, I go say, watch her now. She inform me because she said the police are come long time and she don't tell the man.
And you know the procedures. You know you're supposed to say. Okay.
So
I wanted to ask Mr. Adams, sometimes it's both ways. You have police officers, not quoting anyone or stating anybody, who's also involved in the inner city and the gang members, telling them the operation.
Yeah.
So like corrupt police, how you have a better say in this, how we deal with that.
Well, yeah, that has always happened. I have had experiences. We have gone on operation, and when I arrive on a location, persons would have already told me that, Mr. Adams, I knew you were coming, and so on. You're going on operations, and the cellular phones from the policemen start ringing, telling the people.
Yeah.
Some of the, that's a high level of corruption, as you have heard.
Why would this group, would this be though? Would this that they're being paid, or these people are part of their lives?
Well, it's a culture. Some of them are from everywhere, we have problem.
Okay.
And they're a part of it. Many policemen and women join not necessarily to become policemen and women,
but
to spy, to get even with people in the community, to look at food. But generally and by large, majority of policemen and women are decent, law-abiding people.
I've recently heard about Scotland Yard coming in.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, I don't know. I don't know if I'm the right person, but I'll try to answer you. Everything that I have done, by way of operations in this country, has come under severe and strict scrutiny as against other people. I don't know why. You will have seen and heard what happened, and I won't call that because
people perceive it as being extremely brutal.
Well, if that is the case, then I'm not sure that is.
Right.
So I have not put out to commit anything extremely brutal. I've always put out to act within the law, to defend the society, and especially so the poor law-abiding citizens who cannot burglar bar themselves from criminal elements. But Scotland Yard came, they did an issue which I will not, go deeply into, but I'm wondering why the special focus of Scotland Yard, the FBI, Canadian Mounted Police, I think even the Australian police, has been involved in the investigation. Yet, I'm aware that circumstances have taken place since that would have necessitated that level
of intelligence.
Right.
Intelligence.
Are they investigating criminals or police?
Them.
Are they investigating criminals or police?
Well, as far as I'm concerned, those who were here were investigating police and not criminals.
Okay.
The very same week you had a policeman who was slaughtered, so to speak, 9 shots downtown. And no one was called to investigate. I think up to today's date, his case has not been resolved or a conclusion made as to who may have done it.
Right.
But there is a growing need for better intelligence in our police force. And so moving on from the Scotland Yard issue, if it is that they've come down to investigate police, what are some of the other things that you think need to be implemented? I understand now that there's a polygraph test that is going to be...
For the police.
But I want to correct you. I'm one of those police officers who doesn't think that we are short of intelligence. What we are short of is the proper management of intelligence.
Okay.
Intelligence, as the pastor will tell you, and these ladies will tell you, is everywhere on the street. Is everywhere in the rum bar. It's everywhere in all the churches. It's in the marketplace. It's for us to properly go and harness this. So we are not short on intelligence.
Okay.
It's a management
There's a culture in the force where you hear that, listen, people didn't come with the information. My God, what I am saying, and I've been saying this to them for years, why can't we go and get the information? So if somebody is killed, I sit in my office and wait until somebody come to tell me who did what. It is incumbent and obligatory on us as police officers to go there and spend numerous hours to get that intelligence. I have heard it being said or being told to some people that, you know, the force is corrupt to the extent that we are unable to fight crime. I don't know if it was an educational observation or it was a personal experience. But if this is a personal experience or a general experience where the force is concerned, when that was being said, it pierced my heart. But my response to that really is that if that is the case, then it would seem to me that it is time we recommended to the government to abandon this police force and form a new one, incorporating some of the good, decent, law-abiding policemen in the new one. And secondly, and I am very clear on this, if you had a police force that was so corrupt that they cannot investigate, you know, crimes or fight the criminal elements out there, then it would seem to me that some resignation somewhere is necessary.
Yes.
And you talk about the polygraph tests and so on. I heard an expert, I read an expert making the statement in one of the weekend papers about it is 95% accurate. Well, that is what justice is about, that 5%. You cannot have a system which will indicate that it has a 5% margin of error. You imagine what is 5% of 100 million? How many persons could have been sent to prison?
That's a lot.
And in addition to that, polygraph test, those of us who are advocating it, I have no problem with any means at all that are put in place to make sure the right persons are placed in the right positions in the force. I have no problem with that. But first I want to also recommend those of us who are advocating for polygraph tests that we are willing and ready to submit ourselves first and foremost to that test to make sure that we ourselves are above board and make that report known to the public.
Right.
And then we filter it down the line. I have no problem for changes in the force, whatever measures. I want to make sure that they are civilized, prudent, accurate, and all of us submit ourselves to them.
One concern of mine, however, is when I look what is happening in the police, with the police and these dons, right? It leaves me within mid-air to say, what do our police need to do, the force, the Minister of Justice, Security and Justice? Because if the dons can be so effective in an area, it means that the don is actually running areas where is the presence of our police force to maintain law and order, right? So why don't we just withdraw the police force and just become a nation that is run by the dons?
Yes,
because the dons seems to be more influential.
With you, and I am highly perturbed when I am told that the PMI, after violence starts in a particular area and people are killed, people are shot and wounded, all kind of violence taking place, and the PMI is asked to go in And at the end of the day, you hear that the PMI is meeting with the gunmen from the area to bring back peace to the community. And yes, it happens. So therefore, I'm wondering really, what is the police doing about that situation? Because definitely it needs some investigation to find out who are these men that this particular group of people is meeting with, right?
Yes.
And to make sure that these people are brought to book.